Okay, let's talk about adding images to your website to spice them up a bit. So, as you can tell, our websites or our files are getting quite a bit. We might have a lot of HTML files, and now we're going to be throwing images in here. So we need to be organized here. So in VS Code, what I would do at the start of every assignment you do for the rest of the few weeks here, go File, open folder, and you should be in your web design. So each time you make one of these little projects, make a new folder and call this one, I don't know what number we're on. 03, adding images. Then go into that new folder and select it. If you have, this is yesterday's work, so if you have it open, you can save it, whatever, yada yada. And now we're in a new folder. We're in a new fresh, nice clean folder, and all the files we need related to this project will be here. So, as you can see, there's the name of my folder. Let's get started. New file, index, HTML. Doc type, HTML. HTML. Head. Title. There we go. So how all your HTML files are going to start, and we're good to go. You can also right click, open with live server, yada yada yada, slap this to the side. Ooh, not four corners. Get out of there. There we go. And we're good to go. Okay, how do you add an image to your website? Well, first you need an image that you want to add to your website. So let's go find one. Google is always a good time to find an image. I'm not connected to the internet. That's great. Hopefully you are. All right, what do we want a picture of? Tony the Tiger. I had some Frosted Flakes there last night, so it's only appropriate that I, oh boy. Tony the Tiger. Let's see this picture here. 350 by 367. That's not the biggest picture, but you know what? That's fine. Find a picture, save image as. Now this is important. This is important. This is probably more important than the rest of the video here. When you save this image, you're going to save it in this folder you just created. Now, little issue here. If it says JPEG and PNG, you're in business. This is a WebP file. That's no good. So hopefully yours says JPEG, PNG. Hopefully you can just find one that says it. I really like this picture, so I want to use it even though it's a WebP. So you might not have to do this, but I do. So if you do have a WebP, copy the image, open up paint.net, press the new button, top left, press enter, Control V to paste. There's the image, right? And now all I have to do is I have to file, save as PNG. So it took me about 15 seconds, which is pretty good. Probably would have taken me just as long to find another picture that I liked. Okay, what was I saying? You have to save this picture in the exact same folder. You don't have to, but it'll make your life a lot easier. You need to save it in that folder you just created. So you should have that folder in your H drive, ICT, web design, and the folder you just created. Give your picture a name. I'll call it Tony. Save. Press enter. All right. So now, if I get my stuff back here, and my website, where'd my website go? If you did everything right in your VS Code, you should see you have your HTML file, which is your web page file, and you have Tony. You got Big Tony or whatever picture you downloaded. You should have a picture there. So how do I get this picture onto my website? Well, if I want to put it on my website for the user to see, ooh, title. Get that out of here. Body. If I want to put this image into my website, it's going to go into the body of my website, not the title. Jeez, hopefully you picked up on that before I did. So what's the tag for an image? Well, this is nice because it's just IMG. Just like that. And there's no closing tag, it's just an IMG tag. However, if you save, nothing happens to your website. Well, this is the tag we use if we want to add an image. But this image tag has an attribute. And the attribute is short for source. So SRC. So if you type in SRC within this tag, press tab, you can edit the source attribute of this image. And all we need to do here is put, if this picture is in the folder, which it should be, all you have to do is type in the name of that picture and it should pop up there. And then you just press tab. Or you can type it out if you'd like. Now press Control S to save. And there is the picture exactly how it is. Now there's there's a lot of attributes you can change with a image, but probably one that we'll use, the source one, obviously, because we need to pick which image we want to show. And there's another attribute we can use. We can use height. And we can use the height attribute to basically resize this image. So if I'm feeling like this image is just a bit too big, I can set the dimensions of the height of this picture. So when I downloaded the picture, the height of it is 367 pixels. So if I wanted to make this picture a little smaller, let's go 200. Control S. And there you can see my picture is smaller. You can make it really small. You can make it 100 pixels. I like 200. And that's how you add an image to your website. Now, yesterday we talked about hyperlinks. So if you wanted to make a picture a link, do you remember what the tag is for a hyperlink? Well, it's A. And then all you have to do is make sure the image element is inside your opening and closing hyperlink tags. So you got to move that closing hyperlink tag so that this image element is in between it. And if you're making a hyperlink, you need a link. And if you remember what the attribute for that is, it's href. Press tab. And you can pick a website or another file in your program to go to. So for example, I'm sure Tony the Tiger's got a wiki page. So if my user clicked on Tony the Tiger, maybe I want it to take it to this wiki page. So I'm just going to copy that URL. Control V to paste. And Control S to save. And now if I click on Mr. Tony here, I get taken to the Wikipedia. Cool. And we might as well add a video to our website because the process is pretty much the exact same. So you could go to YouTube and convert it, use one of those online converters and go through that whole song and dance. I don't want to do that. Those converters are pain in the butt sometimes. But what I will do is I will go to Pexels, trusty dusty Pexels, Pexels videos that is. And I can find, see if anything pops up for Serial. I highly doubt Tony the Tiger's going to pop up in Pexels, but Frosted Flakes. What could possibly pop up here? Yeah, whatever. Let's go back to Serial. So, find a video. You can download it HD. This should be pretty straightforward. Now, we need this video. We need all images. We need all videos in the same folder as our VS Code one. So you can open and see it's probably in your downloads. You could copy the video. Control C. Go to your H drive, ICT, web design, adding images, paste it in there. It might be worth renaming it. Serial. So you should have your HTML file, PNG, MP4. So if you want to add a video to your website, we're going to use the video tag. Unlike the image, this one does have a closing tag, so you have two tags there. And if you Control S, nothing happens. So we need to pick which video we want to show. So much like our image source attribute, we can add in a source attribute here. Tab. And I can press C for Serial. Boom. So now if I Control S, here is my video. Although it's not playing, it just looks like an image and it's very large right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is, much like my image, I'm going to change the height of this video to be, I don't know, let's see what 200 gives us. And to get it to play, there are some more attributes. So these attributes we can add is, I guess the best one would be to maybe add autoplay. So if you just type in autoplay in that tag and Control S, now when that video file, your website fires up, the video plays. Now I've got a pretty short video. I think the video was like 3 seconds. So another attribute you could add is, I think it's just loop. And loop means it's just going to play the video over and over and over again. So now if I Control S, there's my video. And it's just going to keep playing. So that's an option you can use if you'd like. And let's do one more attribute because it might be useful. You can show controls for this video. So if you type in controls and save it, now the user kind of has this mini player. So they can pause the video, they can change the volume, they can go to a certain part of the video. So it's like they're watching like a YouTube video now. Like they have complete control over how the video is. So it's all up to you. It's all up to you on how you want to do this, unless I tell you for an assignment or a test to do a certain one then. So it's best I show you how to do them now. And there you have it. Images and videos. Pretty straightforward, just make sure you put it in the right file. And because these folders are gonna have a lot of files in them, when you submit these onto Canvas, what I want you to do, this is brand new, I want you to go to that folder in your web design. So I added all of this is the folder with all my stuff in it. Right click the folder and you're going to compress it to a zip file. And you're going to hand this file into Canvas. You're going to give me this one. You're going to give me one single folder, so you don't have to go in and give me all these individual files. You just compress it, send this to me on Canvas, and then you can delete it there if you want. Please do that. Please make my life easy and do that. Makes your life easy, makes mine easy. All right, cool.